CEO, Dr. Wei, thank you for your kindness and the remarkable partnership. To our Arizona CEO, Rick Cassidy, and to Brian Harrison, our Senior Vice President for TSMC in Arizona, thank you for working with us and for making this historic investment in the city of Phoenix. It really is an exciting day for our community. Not only will the most advanced electronics be made in America, they will be made right here in Phoenix, Arizona. This would not be possible without the CHIPS Act. I want to thank President Biden for his investment and his partnership with our congressional delegation. TSMC made the announcement of the investment in Phoenix before the CHIPS Act, but it would not be quite as large of an investment as the one we've just heard about today without the CHIPS Act making it possible and making us competitive to create the very best electronics. We are so looking for your holiday shopping and so much more being made right here in Phoenix, Arizona. 3 years ago, I took my first bullet train ride ever with Christine Mackey, our amazing Economic Development Director at the City of Phoenix, and our great partners at the Greater Phoenix Economic Council. We were going to Taiwan and to visit the headquarters of TSMC to try to convince them that this would be their home. The land we're on today was then called Biscuit Flats. It had cacti and tumbleweeds, and it was right next to Ben Avery shooting range. We were a little bit nervous how we'd be received, talking about the most advanced manufacturing happening at something that sounded like the setting for a cowboy movie. But because of the hard work of people in this room, we had a great story to tell. Arizona has wonderful investments in semiconductors, great companies. We have expertise led by our amazing universities at developing the talent of the future. Our community college was an important part of our pitch and their ability to produce the workforce of the future. We wanted to make sure we talked about all of our secret sauce. Our great construction programs here, including some of the best apprenticeship programs in the country. We shared all of that with TSMC, as well as a great desire to make sure this would be a success for them. We knew we were competing against some of the great tech hubs of the world, and we are so very honored that all of your hard work together made it possible for TSMC to choose Phoenix, Arizona for this great American manufacturing story. I want to thank my team at the City of Phoenix, led by Jeff Barton. If the Phoenix team could stand up, we want to acknowledge all you have done. A special thank you to Sandra Hoffman and the people who have been working full-time to make sure TSMC is a success. We are working at every level of government together, whether it's making sure we have the right workforce. TSMC is now serving on our workforce board, to just creating the overall environment. As you drove in, you passed Honor Health, which is working to make sure they have Taiwanese physicians to support the amazing work and workforce that is here today. I want to thank the Deer Valley School District, which actually has the state's longest serving Mandarin language program, but is continuing to invest in welcome TSMC. TSMC is represented here on the City Council by Councilwoman Ann O'Brien, who has been a great champion for their success, including putting together a wonderful Double 10 festival to make sure that the cultural celebrations that are so important in Taiwan are part of the welcome here today. So this really is a great success story for American manufacturing, but also for Phoenix. TSMC has told us they appreciate the great business environment here and the warm welcome. We are growing as a city to support them, and we know this is a legacy investment for so many of us here today. The students in school today are inspired by the high-wage jobs, the opportunities of the future, and it's really changing Phoenix for the long term. We're working with 40 business partners of TSMC to try to locate their supply chain here, and it's also supporting the great companies that are creating semiconductors in Phoenix. I want to highlight Spirit Electronics and Marty McCurdy. She is a wonderful veteran and entrepreneur who is now part of the supply chain. Today's announcement makes a big difference for her company that's here today. I want to welcome Perla, who is a graduate of the Community College Quick Start Semiconductor Program, and She is going to be working in semiconductors. My colleagues at the City of Phoenix and I have worked to create great investments with our community colleges so that people who work here today can get jobs at TSMC and all of our great semiconductor employers. And we're going to keep working because this project means so much for the people of Phoenix. 21,000 high-wage construction jobs. That means if you're a pipe fitter, a carpenter, an iron worker, this is changing the economics of your family in a really positive way, and it's also creating jobs for other people in the construction industry. Even if you never get to set foot inside TSMC's advanced fabrication facility, today is a great day for you if you live in Phoenix. I want to thank everyone who's made today a success, although we know the work is just beginning. Thank you.
Words. It is truly amazing to hear about the impact TSMC Arizona will have on the U.S. economy and U.S. innovation. I would now like to welcome TSMC CEO, Dr. C.C. Wei, to the stage to give us his thoughts on this occasion.
Thank you, Laura. TSMC founder, Dr. Morris Chen, you have a dream. I'm the guy to make the dream come true. I need to work very hard. And we thank all the governments, federal government and state government and city governments are here. Ladies and gentlemen, hello, good morning, and thank you for coming here to join us today. I'm deeply honored that we have been able to gather here to celebrate such a historic milestone for TSMC, which represents our dedication in building a semiconductor ecosystem in the USA in order to better serve our customers, which is a very important part in our Grand Alliance. This project is truly a nod to the Grand Alliance TSMC formed with customers, suppliers, and partners to further our collaboration and unleash innovation. At TSMC, innovation means more than just a new idea. It means putting ideas to practice and bringing about changes. Today, semiconductor manufactured by TSMC are the digital engine inside more than 12,000 products created by over 500 customers each year. From hearing aid, smartphones, cloud data center to satellite, scientific instrument and spacecraft, the biggest brand and services startup almost all collaborate closely with TSMC to bring their product into life. And now, at our customers' request, really, at our customers' request, I want to emphasize that. We are bringing advanced semiconductor process technology to Arizona, where our deep collaborative relationship with customers will help us to capture the growth from the mega trend of high-performance computing, smartphone, automotive, and IoT application in the year ahead, so that we can unleash innovation here on American soil. As we look to the future of TSMC Arizona, there's nothing but excitement. Semiconductor technology is now and will remain fundamental technology for modern life. And we are excited to continue working with our customers building the future of technology here at Fab 21. I would now like to welcome some of our esteemed customers to the stage to share some remarks. Of course, I'm not talking about wafer price, so they should say something good. First, I would like to introduce our first speaker, AMD Chair and CEO, Lisa Su. Sorry, Lisa, I'm not finished on my introduction yet. AMD is a high-performance computing TSMC partner whose product power the world's most advanced supercomputers, data center, PCs, as well as automotive, aerospace, industry, healthcare, science, and consumer applications. They are committed to delivering the leading-edge technologies and products that push the envelope in high performance and adaptive computing. These are served on President Biden's Council of Advisors of Science and Technology. It's a 2018 Dr. Morris Chen Exemplary Leadership Award recipient and the 2020 IEEE Robert Noyce Award winner. There was a name her one of the world's best CEOs in 2021. I'm going to continue to introduce my next important customer, NVIDIA Jensen Huang. NVIDIA is one of the most consequential companies in the history of computing. With the invention of the GPU, NVIDIA pioneered accelerated computing. The engine of the computer graphic and artificial intelligence is widely recognized as the path forward for engine efficient data center. I'm sorry, it's energy efficient, not engine on the side. Look at the back side. NVIDIA and TSMC have collaborated for nearly 3 decades. Jensen Huang founded NVIDIA and is one of the industry's longest standing founder CEOs. Well, next to my previous host. He is the 2004 Dr. Morris Chen Exemplary Leadership Award recipient and a recipient of the prestigious Robert Noyce Award. Fortune magazine named him his 2017 Business Person of the Year. In 2019, Harvard Business Review rated him #1 on its World 100 Best Performing CEOs over the lifetime of their tenure. And he is yet another member of the Times 2021 list of the 100 most influential people who grace our strategy today. The last one, I'd like to introduce our last speaker, Apple's CEO, Tim Cook. Under Tim's leadership, Apple has created groundbreaking technologies that enrich people's lives, and he has done so while advancing essential values like privacy, education, and environmental protection. Tim has top Fortune's list of the world's greatest leaders, and Apple has ranked #1 on Fortune's world's most admired company in every year that Tim was a CEO. I'm very grateful that he is with us today. Now, please welcome our first speaker, Lisa Su.
Good afternoon. Thank you, CC, for that introduction, and a huge congratulations to Founder Chang, Mark, CC, and the entire TSMC team for this incredible day, for all of the hard work and vision that have made this historic milestone possible. And I also want to thank Mayor Gallego and all of the local and state officials, as well as President Biden and Secretary Raimondo, who will be here later today, for all of their tireless support of the U.S. semiconductor ecosystem. Certainly, we feel loved by everyone. You know, as the last few years have shown us, everyone needs semiconductors. Now, I know a lot of our friends here in the audience, we were in semiconductors when it wasn't fashionable. So I've been in semiconductors for 30 years. I started as a process engineer at MIT, and I used to say to people, what do you do? I work in semiconductors. What's that? We build chips. Oh, you mean potato chips? No, semiconductor chips. But as the last few years have shown us, now everyone knows what semiconductors are. The demand for more powerful chips to enable all of our digital services and products plays such an important role in all of our daily lives. Founder Chang, you are an icon for the industry. You invented the foundry business model. And today, TSMC is the most important partner for all of us who are chip design companies, or what we would call fabless design companies. Over the last 35 years, TSMC has delivered leading innovation in process and manufacturing technologies. They've built the industry's broadest and most complete ecosystem of EDA, IP, and equipment partners. And really, what they've done is they've enabled all of us in the fabless industry to focus on what we do best, which is designing innovative chips that change the world. At AMD, we are all about pushing the envelope in high performance and adaptive computing to solve some of the world's most important challenges. Whether you're talking about enabling the cloud, or enterprise data centers, or 5G networks, or automotive, or PCs, we are humbled that our technology touches the lives of billions of people every day. Now, we could not do what we do without our partnership with TSMC, which is why we are so excited about today's milestone. A strong, geographically diverse, and resilient supply chain is essential to the global semiconductor industry. TSMC's investment and expansion here in Arizona is extremely important and mission critical, and really extends all that we can do in semiconductors in the United States. I'm really thrilled to be here today to commemorate today's first cool move-in, and I'm even happier to hear Mark's announcement that TSMC is committed to building the second fab here in Phoenix. AMD expects to be a big customer of both fabs, and we're committed to working closely with TSMC and the entire ecosystem to bring the fabs up as quickly as possible, because we do know it's all about partnership. We look forward to the day when our first products come off the line and we can proudly say we are building our highest performance chips here in Arizona. Congratulations again, Founder Chang, for your dream, and Mark, CC, and the entire TSMC team, and to all of the extended teams that have made today possible. We do know it's just the beginning, but this is an incredibly exciting time to be in the semiconductor industry, and I look forward to all that we will do together in the coming years. Thank you so much.
Dr. Su. I would now like to invite President and CEO of NVIDIA, Jensen Huang, to the stage.
I told Morris last night that I was going to be speaking today, and because this is such a special event for TSMC, that I would write my speech for the first time anybody's ever heard me talk before. And he said, good idea. Mir, Gallego, Morris, and Sophie, Mark, CC, Rick, and all of my friends at TSMC and distinguished guests. I'm delighted to be here to celebrate this historic milestone for TSMC, the United States, the chip industry, and the future of technology. Although, after hearing Morris's remarks, I'm less enthusiastic, because I didn't realize this marks the end of the romantic period and the beginning of the hard work period. I'm delighted to be here. This is a really very special day. And I'd love to offer my perspective on a partnership NVIDIA has treasured for a quarter century and one of our best strategic decisions. Let me tell you why. Chips run software that modernizes and automates the world. Chips drive human progress. Dr. Chen-Ming Hu, the scientist who led the seminal work, the invention of the FinFET, wrote in honoring the 75th anniversary of the transistor that the future of the transistor is our future. Indeed, the future of the chip industry is our future, and TSMC is the bedrock. TSMC is the world's largest chip manufacturer. Yet that statistic doesn't do justice to their contributions. They fab a lot of chips, and we're standing in front of a very large fab. But they're much more than a fab. TSMC performs 3 miracles, each incredible in itself. Miracle number 1. Serve thousands of customers, as Cece mentioned, designing bespoke, custom chips. Every chip different, not one alike. Miracle number 2. To build them to order at extremely high volumes or low, up to you, whatever you like. And do so with technology at the limits of physics. Barely possible. And they perform these contradicting miracles at the same time. TSMC is a marvel of engineering, a marvel of technology and manufacturing. But their superpower is an operating system, a corporate culture that engenders trust. We trust them to offer us the most advanced technologies. Trust that they will achieve costs that allow both of us to succeed. Trust that we will have the capacity to grow our business. And trust that their operations will, as Morris repeatedly said, jump through hoops to support our constantly changing needs. While they do so at the same time for everyone else. This trust has made TSMC the cornerstone of a global network, a sprawling ecosystem of thousands of upstream and downstream companies worth trillions of dollars. Since the first time I heard Morris express TSMC's pure play foundry vision 25 years ago, TSMC has become a global platform on which the world's tech industry is built. From our beginning, NVIDIA has entrusted TSMC as the foundation on which we built our company. We invented the GPU and pioneered accelerated computing with chips they built for us. Without concerning ourselves with process technology and manufacturing, we revolutionized computer graphics, scientific computing, artificial intelligence, and self-driving cars. And our ongoing work to advance computing and use its incredible powers to further drug discovery and climate science would not be possible without them. Bringing TSMC's investment to the United States is a masterstroke and a game-changing development for the industry. Congratulations, TSMC, on this historic milestone.
Jensen. And lastly, I'd like to invite CEO of Apple, Tim Cook.
Good afternoon and hello everyone. I am so glad to be here to celebrate this milestone with you. We're joined this afternoon by President Biden, whose presence sends a powerful signal about the significance of this moment. President Biden, thank you for your leadership, and thank you especially for signing the CHIPS Act into law, which will make more and more projects like this one possible. I would also like to thank Secretary Raimondo, Governor Ducey, Governor-elect Cobb, Senator Kelly, and Mayor Gallego for your leadership. This is an incredibly exciting day for America, for Arizona, and for Apple too. It's a privilege to share the stage today with Dr. Morris Chang. Thank you, Morris, for your many years of leadership and devotion to this amazing company. And thanks to Mark, CC, and everyone at TSMC for all of your important work. As many of you know, we work with TSMC to manufacture the chips that help power our products all over the world. And we look forward to expanding this work in the years to come as TSMC forms new and deeper roots in America. As I look around this facility, I'm reminded of a great engineer and physicist who once wrote, "The future cannot be predicted, but futures can be invented." Those words feel like a fitting mantra for our current moment, one where the unpredictability of the future is surpassed only by the opportunity we have to shape it. At Apple, we strive to do that first and foremost through the technology we create. From iPhone to Mac to Apple Watch, we are committed to making products that enrich people's lives. It's work that demands continuous innovation. And there is perhaps no area where that innovation is making a greater impact than Apple Silicon. Over the past several years, the progress we've made with Apple Silicon has transformed our devices. It has unlocked new levels of performance for our users, enabling them to do things they could never do before. When you stop and think about it, it's extraordinary what chip technology can achieve. And now, thanks to the hard work of so many people, these chips can be proudly stamped "Made in America." This is an incredibly significant moment. It's a chance for the United States to usher in a new era in advanced manufacturing. It's the chance to create high-tech American jobs, the jobs of the future, the jobs that could define our future. The United States was founded on the notion that a great idea could change the world. It is a place inspired by ingenuity and ambition, by creativity and vision. It is the most fertile ground on the planet for innovation. I know that a company like Apple could only come from America, and we are as committed as ever to giving back to our great country. We are going to continue to design and engineer our core products in the United States, just as we always have. And we are going to continue to deepen our investments in the U.S. economy. In fact, just last year, we accelerated our spending across the country, increasing our commitment to $430 billion over 5 years. These investments will create thousands of American jobs in everything from silicon engineering to 5G technology while supporting our work with more than 9,000 suppliers in all 50 states. And they reflect our unshakable belief in America's future. Today is only the beginning. Today we are combining TSMC's expertise with the unrivaled ingenuity of American workers. We are investing in a stronger, brighter future. We are planting a seed in the Arizona desert. And at Apple, we are proud to help nurture its growth. Thank you so very much.
What great remarks by our esteemed guests, and thank you again for joining us in celebrating this occasion. As you heard, 20 months ago, we broke ground on this fab in the open desert of northern Phoenix.
The semiconductor manufacturing process has often been described as the most complex manufacturing process. We make the most complicated devices in the history of mankind.
Many of these chips are embedded in some of the most important technologies in America. Our phone, computers, of course, televisions, cars, appliances. These are so vitally dependent on something as small as these chips.
And in order to build something very small, you've got to build something very large.
TSMC, putting the flag on the ground here in Arizona is one.
Sehr geehrter Herr Bundeskanzler Scholz, liebe Journalistinnen und Journalisten, meine sehr verehrten Damen und Herren, schönen guten Nachmittag. Einerseits, es ist mir eine große Freude, gemeinsam mit Herrn Bundeskanzler Scholz mit Ihnen zusammenzukommen. Zunächst möchte ich noch einmal im Namen der chinesischen Regierung Ihnen, Herr Bundeskanzler Scholz, zu Ihrer China-Reise gratulieren. Ich darf Sie noch einmal dazu herzlich willkommen heißen. Es ist Ihr Antrittsbesuch. Es ist Ihre erste China-Reise als Herr Bundeskanzler. Dieses Jahr jährt sich die Aufnahme diplomatischer Beziehungen zum 50. Mal. Also noch einmal herzlich willkommen bei uns in China. Wir hatten ein offizielles Gespräch. Unser Gespräch fand ja statt in einer offenen, sachlichen und ehrlichen Atmosphäre statt. Wir teilten beide die Auffassung, China und Deutschland, wir sind ja beide große Volkswirtschaften in der heutigen Welt. Geografisch sind wir weit entfernt. Wir liegen ja dann an beiden Enden des eurasischen Kontinents. Es trennt uns auch eine geografische große Entfernung. Aber insbesondere seit die Reform unserer Politik her kann man sagen, die Zusammenarbeit zwischen China und Deutschland macht ständig Fortschritte. Und ja, das trägt eben noch reiche Früchte davon. Zwischen China und Deutschland bestehen nach wie vor große Gemeinsamkeiten. Es besteht eben noch ein großes Potenzial für unsere Zusammenarbeit. Wir wissen, die internationale Lage ist ernsthaft, ist komplex, ist herausgefordert, und zwar in vielerlei Hinsicht. In manchen Fragen, da gibt es ja auch Risiken. In dieser Situation oder vor diesem Hintergrund, dann brauchen wir Beziehungen zwischen China und Deutschland, die sich ja dann gesund und stabil gestalten. Und das ja so ist, dann sind wir doch gemeinsam der Welt ein Signal. Wir wahren ja gemeinsam den Multilateralismus. Wir unterstützen eben die Polarisierung.
without TSMC, a lot of the stuff that we use every day would not work.
These are so widely dependent on something as small as these chips.
And in order to build something very small, you've got to build something very large.
Governor Ducey confirming some major news tonight. A supplier for the tech giant Apple planning to build a chip factory here.
The 5.6 million square foot Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company's chip plant begins to take shape.
The day we all went out to the site in North Phoenix, the governor, the mayor, many other partners that were involved, it felt like 1,000 football fields under development. It's almost unfathomable.
What we're building in Phoenix is a city.
The site is nearly 2 miles in this direction and a little over 1 mile in this direction, a total of 1,140 acres. This is our first factory. It's under construction.
I've been in the construction industry for 47 years. I've done a lot of airport terminal work, a lot of sports arenas. But once you see the site, then you can understand, oh my goodness, this is every day.
The open span that we have going all the way across the path is just, you know, it's mind-boggling. The sizes of what we're working with.
It very much gives the impression of like a science fiction movie in the sense that something really big is being built and it's going to be producing something really important, and lots of really important things will come from that.
It's creating thousands of jobs.
This morning we have right at 7,500 people working here today. They're pouring columns, they're pouring shear walls, they're pouring decks. We have a lot of forklifts, we have a lot of concrete trucks. This is the 8th largest crane manufacturer in the world.
When I tell people where I work, they all know. They're like, oh, where all those cranes are. Yeah. I've been operating cranes for 8.5 years now. It's just a neat project. The community's proud to have this going up here.
To stand on that site and watch that many people working is like watching the Philharmonic Orchestra. It is just an experience extraordinary.
Generations down the road are going to say, I remember when that North Phoenix campus was tumbleweeds and cactus. And now it's going to be the home of one of the most advanced technology companies and supply chains anywhere in the world.
TSMC and its manufacturing is going to become foundational to the new economy. Whether it's the renewable energy economy, whether or not it's the new way that we're going to be doing healthcare, they're all going to be technologically advanced, driven by microelectronics.
We want Phoenix to become a global city, ground zero for semiconductors, if you will. TSMC is part of that process. It's vital to us achieving this global status. That's why we're so excited.
This is a pioneering event. This is brand new.
This will be the place where the most advanced chips in the world are being made.
Being able to say these wafers are made in the United States, made in America, makes me very proud.
This is the new era of emerging technology for the country, and it's happening right here in Phoenix, Arizona.
We hope you enjoyed the video. I would now...
The semiconductor manufacturing process is often...
We're still playing. I would now like to welcome TSMC's leadership team to the stage to share a few